Stampers, this is Dawn from dawnstippingthoughts.net, and today we're going to make this card. This was one of the make and takes that we had at my Stampers Club meeting this last weekend. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Swirly Bird stamp set, and then it also comes in a bundle with the Swirly Scribbles framelits. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out the Flirty Flamingo cardstock with this image right here from the framelits. So let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, so I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo cardstock and the framelit. I'm going to cut that out. So there's our little swirly that we're going to use on the card. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give you the measurements of the card. The base is Whisper White, and we're going to cut this at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so then we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then another piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So first we're going to go ahead and stamp. We're going to use the Peekaboo Peach Classic Ink, brand new, and then also the Flirty Flamingo, brand new. These are two of the end colors for this year. And then we're also using the Sahara Sand Classic Ink. All right, so now let's go ahead and grab our images. These 4 images are from the Swirly Bird stamp set. And then this greeting here, Let's Celebrate Your Day, is from Bunch of Blossoms stamp set, brand new. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting. And we're going to use the Peekaboo Peach. And I'm just going to stamp this on a piece of Whisper White. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp our swirls and our flowers and our background. But first I'm going to go ahead and kind of get an idea of where I want to position this little cutout from the Swirly Scribbles. Okay, so I'm going to take the larger of the swirl and I'm going to stamp this with the Peekaboo Peach right about there. Okay, and then we're going to take the tinier scribble with the Flirty Flamingo. I'm just going to kind of balance this out around this whole little cutout. Yeah, that looks good. All right, then we're going to take our little sponge daubers. We're going to use the Peekaboo Peach. And the trick to using the daubers with this card, because I didn't want it to be really vibrant, I just want to be a light sponging effect onto the scribbles here. So I'm just barely tapping the ink, and I'm just going to randomly swirl the dabber around that stamped image. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with the Flirty Flamingo. Okay. Then we're going to take this splatter background stamp. We're going to use the Sahara Sand. And I'm going to stamp off on this. So let me grab this scrap here. I'm going to stamp off so it's a lighter shade of the Sahara Sand. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our swirly onto the card. And I'm going to use the liquid glue for that. I'm just going to set this right onto the card, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to take the little flower that's also in the Swirly Bird stamp set. We're going to stamp this with the Peekaboo Peach, and I'm going to randomly stamp the little flower just a couple times, like that. And then we're going to take our Flirty Flamingo Ruched ribbon. Love this ribbon, it's so nice. Adhesive along the back side. Just take a strip, just going to run it across the bottom of the card. Just like that. Okay, then we're going to take a small piece and we're going to tie this at the bottom. And I'm just going to, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to tie a knot with this little piece over to one side. Okay. And just trim the tails a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and punch out the Let's Celebrate Your Day, but we're going to leave out the Let's. So we're going to take the Duet Banner punch, and I'm going to use this top punch right here, or the top banner, and I'm going to position it so the Let's is cut out, just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and punch it again, just the Whisper White without any stamping. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut the one that we stamped on at an angle, just like that. Then we're going to take a dimensional, and then we're going to put this one onto the Whisper White one, the extra one that we already punched out. Isn't that cute? So then this is going to go over to the side with more dimensionals. Okay, so we're just going to put this right about here. Okay, then we're going to put adhesive on the back side of this. We're going to layer this onto the Flirty Flamingo. Okay, one more thing. We're going to go ahead and take this little swirl again with the Flirty Flamingo. We're going to stamp this twice. And I'm going to punch that out with the 1/2 inch circle punch. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back side of those. Let's cut an edge off. Okay, we're just going to, I'm going to just position these right randomly on the front, just like that. Okay, then we're going to put this onto the card. And I'm putting the card together before we do our very last step because we're going to be using glue. So you're just going to position this on here. Okay, so I'm going to be using the In Color enamel dots, and you'll get a sheet of each of the colors. So this is the Dapper Denim, and then this is the Sweet Sugar Plum, the Emerald Envy, and then the Peekaboo Peach, and then the Flirty Flamingo. I've already started using them from our club. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 of the Flirty Flamingo in the center of the pop-up flowers, swirls. And then 2 of the circles on the 2 little flowers. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and add some Dazzling Diamonds. Now when I put this cutout on the card, the glue kind of seeped over, which is great because that's what I wanted it to do. I wanted to add some glitter to the center. So isn't that pretty? All right, so now for the final step, we're going to use the fine tip liquid glue, and I'm going to use this like crystal. So you're going to take your fine tip liquid glue, and I'm just going to randomly dot and add some glue over top of this splatter with the Sahara Sand. And then you're just going to let that air dry. Okay, super cute. Okay, so there's that one, and here's the other 2. Okay, super cute. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.